Another day, another story. What is the weirdest way someone has gotten rich? I hesitate to tell this story because I find it so unethical, illegal, that I don't want to be associated with it. But it is such an odd business story. In the late 1990s, before the internet was fully established, I met a guy in his 30s who was a millionaire selling explicit media through snail mail, videos, pictures and full movies. Only he didn't ever deliver the product. There was a law in his jurisdiction that stated if you sold something by catalog, you had 90 days to deliver the product or return the full amount of the money. You must deliver at least 3 items per year to be a legal enterprise. This guy advertised his explicit movies in the back of men's magazines that would be delivered, quote, discreetly, by mail, in a plain brown box. He offered an extensive catalog of titles. In real life, he had no inventory except a few movies. He knew the kind of people who purchased in this manner were too for their purchase. Otherwise they wouldn't be buying from him, and he immorally exploited this. He would get the order and deposit the money. He would deliver to the first 3 customers every year to meet the terms of law. After that he would wait till the end of the 90-day period for each order and send a refund saying the item was out of stock. But in here comes the catch. The refund check had the name of the company that clearly implied it sold explicit material. The icing on the cake was the notation on the checks. Movie. So the poor customer would receive a check from Adult Films Incorporated with a notation something like refund for out-of-stock film. Hot teacher can't resist janitor. I didn't want to sound too explicit, but think of the most embarrassing titles. They were written on these checks. This guy knew that if you were too embarrassed to buy such a movie publicly, you probably didn't want to take this check to the bank and hand it to your local teller. He tried to make cashing the check as uncomfortable as possible. Percent of the people never cash the checks by law after iteration of time. The money. He parked all the money in interest-bearing accounts and earned interest on other people's money. In the meantime, the money lost to the few that cash. Their refunds were covered by the interest turned by the other money. I asked him why not just be an ethical guy and actually deliver the product? He could probably be a legitimate millionaire without screwing people. His casual response was that his profit margin was so high he didn't care and wait for him. He didn't want to be in that filthy business. Seeing people or exploiting them was morally superior to delivering a product. I think it's one of the weirdest stories I've ever heard. When he was probably wiped out by the advent of the internet. But I do wonder if this guy completely got away with it with 0 consequences. Thanks for watching.